We're going to talk on Max Dowman, people, because a lot of people have been talking about him and saying, yo, I want you to discuss Max Dowman and that 15 years old. You know what I mean? They're saying he's the next big thing at Arsenal. And for those that haven't seen him, this was like his mini kind of comp yesterday, people, of the player here, man. And you know what? You can see, like, like the low center of gravity kind of player, like, that just glides across the pitch. You know what I mean? I think a lot of people are saying that Arsenal is the next big thing, man. 15 years old.
Do you know what, Saeed? Yeah, I don't know if my boy will want me to reveal his brother's name, but one of my boy's brothers plays for Arsenal under 13s, right? But he played a couple years up, like Arsenal really rate him. So I've gone to a few games with my boy to watch his little brother, and Max Dowman was in. Remember, he plays 2 years up, so my boy's brother's younger than him. Yeah, he looked quality in youth ball, but then obviously you take it for what it is. It's youth ball, yeah.
It's not comfortable, bro, man.
I see him play the final against United Youth beat Arsenal Youth in the FA Cup.
Yeah. He was cold.
But Dowman was cold. I was like, you know what? Then sometimes you can just tell. I know it's youth football, so everyone in the chat, can he do it in the first team? I get that. But when you can just tell this guy's going to be a baller. Arsenal got a gem in this player. They got.
You know what though? I always hear this, man, and I've watched quite a bit of youth, but I see this loads of players come through, and you think like, they look really good. The low center of gravity, the little touches, the little, the little shifts of the body.
About Nelson, remember, George?
Yeah, bro. And this is the thing. Like, I'm not saying it's because it's an Arsenal youngster. I've seen bare Tottenham youngsters come through. People always screaming. I hate when people make these big deals about youngsters, and they go, "Why are they not getting a chance?" Well, if they were good enough, they would get a chance for once, but. Bro, he's 15. He probably needs another 3 or 4 more years to develop physically, grow into his body. I think people don't realize that, like, when you grow into your body naturally, you have to change the way you play anyway, because you're getting a bit taller. You might not be as small. You might put on a bit of weight. We saw ESR. ESR used to be this guy, and then he went put on some chub, put on some fat, and he had to slow down his play now. He had to
I disagree. The way that this brother, and again, I'm not trying to do no body language and you know what I mean, but it's the way, like I said, when you can see the way he kind of makes sure he protects the ball, the low center of gravity. I hear you, because I think Charlie Patino was this, by the way. Charlie Patino? I don't know if you remember.
The one that's at Blackpool. That's what I mean. He's at Blackpool or something. Like League One football. They said.
But when I watched him, and I watched him obviously for the youth academy, there is something different as well, the way he can drive with the ball as well. Like, he does remind me like a bit of a mini Wilshere. Back in the day, how Wilshere was as well. Like, just the way he's gliding across the football pitch. So, listen, I always say with youngsters, don't be expecting a lot right now, and don't be like, we've got this kid. I forgot his name here, but he's similar age as well, 15 years old, and he was chilling with man like 3-3 and that, and he's apparently going to be the next. He's called Max. Is it Gabriel? I think it is called. Chat, let me know.
I've heard of him.
Gabriel. He's another one that's looking like
yeah.
But like, I just feel like, you know what? Let's just. And
then, you know why we've got to be careful, and word to what George says. This is why before what I said about Max Dowman, I said
that's the one.
It's youth football, because remember, we're making all these mad claims, but it is youth football. Do you get like?
Yeah.
You need to see how they translate into the men's game, because, like you said, George, they still are growing and whatnot, but. You know what, George? I feel like with Max, he will be one that actually makes it. I know a lot of these youngsters don't, but I feel like this might be, you get one in like 50 that do, and the academy will gash it. I think this guy will be the one, because me and you are the same age, George. I remember growing up FA Youth Cup, Reece Nelson's going to be this, that, and the other. There was even another baller. Do you not remember Ian Carlo from Man City? He was at Man City, he was at Chelsea, he was at Brentford. Ian Carlo Pervader. They had big hopes for him in most academies. You think he even went Barcelona as well? Do you remember Louis Barry?
Louis Barry. I remember Louis Barry.
Villa in that. So you're right, George. They don't always live up to their expectation, but I don't know. This feels different with Max. I'm not gonna.
And do you know what it is as well? I feel like the bad thing is too much attention at such a young age, at 15.
I agree. I really agree.
Especially now, because when you have a whole fan base talking about you going, we need to see him in the first team. Why is Max Dowman not going to get no minutes? That's what will happen this season.
Yeah.
When all these fans start creaming over him. It's just like, bro, you're going to make a young kid who's like 15, 16 think that he should be playing in the first team. That's what they will start to think. It will get to his head. Like, and
you know what will happen, George? Even with Rio, big up God AEM, yeah? Rio, our fan base love him. That Chelsea fans they're going to act like they weren't, but Chelsea fans, the ones I know, didn't really want to lose him to us, yeah? But we've got some people in our fans saying, start him. He needs to be in the first team. It's like, calm down. All I want to see the games Rio starting is League Cup, FA Cup, Champions League and Prem. Mate, Champions League, like, if you've already qualified and you've got 2 like group stage games to spare, maybe you can start in them, or like if we're already 3-4-0 up in the Premier League, bring them on for the last 10 minutes. But you don't want Rio start, because you know what will happen, George? You're spot on. Not even that they get a lot of pressure and they'll start thinking they should be in the starting 11. You play them and they have a bad game, then it's all this pressure. They can't deal with it.
Yeah.
You need to be careful with these players. But Rio, I don't want him starting in the Prem or Champions League just yet. And the only way he'll start is if we have like, if you have that season where you get mass injuries, like 9 of your starting 11 are like injured, and then you've got no choice. Like, you have to play the hand you're dealt. But Rio, I only really want him. I can't, like, FA Cup and Carabao, I want him to start, because he was even starting last year in the FA Cup. He was starting in the Carabao, but sorry, not Carabao, it was only FA, because he came that January. He started to play January. But I want him starting the cup competition. But some of our fans are saying he needs to start in the Prem and Champions League here and there. No, unless they're like dead rubber games or we're battering the team in the Premier League, I don't want him starting just yet, man.
Yeah,
like,
I agree, man. I think for me, you got to be careful, man. You got to be careful. But at the same time, you know what? I do like it when you see these kind of stories, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's good for just in football in general. You know what I mean? The fact that we see more talent, man.
There's success stories, though. May know for you lot, Trent for us. I'm probably going to forget about Saka for Arsenal. Like, the things of football, sometimes that an injury in your first 11 will open that opportunity for you. And if you take it, you can hold your place in the team. So
that's what happened with Rashford, man.
Rashford as well. Yeah.
Martial was injured. I think Wayne Rooney, someone was injured anyway. But yeah, he made it through that, bro. You know what I mean? Like,
that's why I understand both arguments. Some people say, if you're good enough, you're old enough. But then I feel like that more applies for if you're like 18 above. But when you're 15 and 16, like Max and like Rio, and
I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. We're gonna see kids at like 13 right now making it, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. It's gonna get to that situation now, because I feel like every year. Remember back in the day, if you were even remotely 18, bro, like you were like, what? This is hella young, man.
Why is the 18-year-old even in the squad? It used to be like, what?
Yeah, bro.
They don't even finish their GCSEs, bro. They're
literally now every team. I don't know if you've seen, like, even I've seen Fabrizio's reporting on 15-year-old transfers, bro. What's going on? I'm seeing these reports and I'm getting a notification. I'm like, bro, why the fuck is he telling us about a 15-year-old going to another club from Chelsea to something? Like, we don't care. We actually don't care.
Kid, by the way, that Celtic kid at 13 that was mad.
Karamoto
and Dembele or whatever. I think that's the guy that was found out to be lying about his age. There was one of them that were lying about their age.
A championship team, I think.
Yeah, bro.
I see him in the starting 11 the other day. I think he's in the Karamoto Dembele or something. I think he's
he's like the brother that does a little food reviews and that. He's definitely not. People think he's younger than what he is and that. You know, what's his name?
What, the chicken connoisseur?
I like you football, bro.
But he's our age. He's like 30. He's like my age, bro. 30 and that, bro. He's like, he looks young.
Man in the chat said, someone just said that obviously the comment you brought up, 13 is too young, but I feel like if they're 13 but they physically develop, because you might laugh, George, Saeed, you might laugh, yeah. Do you remember in school, you were playing another school team? And there'll be a young guy, but that
13-year-olds,
yeah, bro, you're like, hold on, he's not our age group. I think the only way a 13, 14-year-old could actually start on 13 games or be on the bench is if they're physically already developed. But then that sounds a bit backward because you're not at that age, but some like develop quicker than others. Do you know what I mean? So
it's tall, man. It's tall, bro. Like I said, bro, it's
you know, too risky having men up against.
It's too risky. But this is what we're seeing right now. We're seeing this being more and more being pushed out there. I just feel like right now we need to allow it, bro. You get me? Like, and I feel like for me, it's one of them where, like, let's just chill, bro. You know what I mean, bro? Let's just chill. Let's relax. Let them develop, man. And not every youngster has to make it as well. You know what I mean? But we've got this obsession, I think, with football fans that we want our youngsters to make it, bro. Yeah, if they're good enough, they will. But let's not force it. Let's not, because right now, teams have to really
put up, Naldo _DS is comment. You know what? I didn't think of this. You're spot on. Mental game matters too. You can
I agree.
Can you handle 50,000 people shouting at you? If you make a mistake, they're onto you and that, because we need to understand, we're fans at the end of the day, we're passionate, we wear our heart on our sleeve. Yeah. If someone makes a mistake and you're on the break, we're naturally going to go, oh, what are you doing? But then you remember, you're young, G. But Yeah,
Yeah,
that's,
look at
you know, I
Hendrick, man.
forgot about that. He's spot on.
Hendrick, I feel sorry for Hendrick right now because he's just like nobody's talking about
Bro,
Hendrick
he's in
anymore.
Japan with his wife, bro. Like he's living.
Yeah,
I
bro.
see a picture.
He should never have got with his that thing there, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you, man.
Right.
He's a distraction, bro. But listen, each to their own, innit? You feel me? Like them man are doing their thing. It's up to them, innit? You feel me?
Jamal's doing the same thing, man. Man's scoring on Cougars, bro. It's crazy. Man's
Yeah,
learning.
man. You might. I can't lie to you, but he's to pattern up, bro. That's you know what I mean. Like, bro, man wants him to do well, but yo, I don't know what's going on
You hear
right
about
now.
the party thing?
Yeah, the party was a madness, bro.